Agbára Olórun pọ̀. Did I get it right? Sorry, let me try again. Agbára Olórun pọ̀. Let me just sing it. Agbára Olórun pọ̀. Hey, Agbára Olórun. Now, this song, there's a lot to say. So, but first thing, Pastor, Yoruba song. I didn't see it coming.
So I have this weird relationship with Yoruba in the sense that, fun fact, my mom is Yoruba first and foremost. A lot of people do not know that. However, I do not speak the language perfectly. I understand it fairly, but I don't speak it. But every time I hear a Yoruba song, especially when I know the meaning, I connect to it deeply. Deeply. I mean, I connect to Igbo songs deeply too. But maybe because I understand Yoruba better, I just connect to it deeply. And I feel like I should actually maybe just learn the language. Maybe if I could speak it better, God will give me more songs and even speak to me in the language more. You never can tell. Mayo was driving me. Mayo Ayodirichi was driving me, and from nowhere, I started hearing this song in my spirit. This old ancient song in my spirit. And I didn't know the meaning at the time. So I asked him, I said, what does this song mean? And he translated it. I said, wow, that's so deep. Like he makes a way in the ocean, like a highway in the ocean. I mean, I was just like, that's so deep, that's so biblical. And I was on my way, literally on my way to church for a healing meeting. And so I sang it, and I felt like that was what God was going to do at the time. And oh boy, did God move in that meeting. So that was it. And I never expected to sing the song or anything, but as time went on.
Let's talk about that. Let's go there. So, I mean, I feel so privileged to have been there. Like, it was apostolic visit Olórun.
Yes.
And then, we're praying. We had a stretch prayer for about an hour plus at the meeting, and then Pastor was walking in. And so I was standing by the choir side, and Pastor just, as he was walking in, he just turned, looked at me, tapped my shoulder, and sang a verse in my ear. So because it loud, I didn't hear it clearly, but I heard a couple of words. So I just said, okay, sir. So I didn't know what was going to happen. We just got to the stage. I said, there's this old song, play the video for you. So he sang the song that day.
So I sang the verse, and I knew they didn't know what was coming next.
Exactly.
I said,
oh my God.
God in the midst of his people is mighty to save, heal and deliver again. So when I taught them and they were singing it, and I said, the chorus. Agbára Olórun pọ̀. So they were like, where did that come from?
Honestly, in fact, if you watch the video well, you see that when the chorus came, it's like everyone, like all of us on the stage, we got excited. Yes. And the music just went up. So when I heard that, I was like, no way, pass me.
Sing with confidence. Sing, God is mighty to save, heal and deliver again. Open your heart. Now the chorus is an old Yoruba song. Agbára Olórun pọ̀, Agbára Olórun pọ̀, ó lànà sórí òkè, ó wúdi Jericho. Say, Agbára Olórun pọ̀, Agbára Olórun pọ̀, ó lànà. Boast in your God. Agbára.
So background of the story, I mean, it was one of those meetings where I had to stay back, prepare, pray on my own. And I was just praying, not planning to sing any song. And from nowhere, the way the Lord does it for me, that verse just dropped. And I was excited instantly. excited at, first and foremost, the fact that I had received a song, because I know that means the Lord wants to stir up something in that meeting. Excited about the musicality. I was like, Holy Ghost, you brilliant. Just like, this is really good. Like,
Okay.
you know, God in the midst of his people is mighty to sing. I just like the melody, you know. And then what else? The lyrics I felt was very powerful. So I came in, I whispered it into Steph's ear, like, I'm gonna sing it when I get on stage. You better be ready. You know, you get what I'm saying. So sometimes I receive the spontaneous song whilst already on stage, and other times maybe before. So I felt I should tell him. I think it came out really well.
Pastor, that was really big.
Yeah.
How were you sure that this song was going to hit like that?
When the Lord gives you a song, you're more concerned about pleasing the Lord. You're more concerned about blessing the people. So I wasn't thinking about the production. Many times a song comes, I'm not thinking about the production. You know, there are many spontaneous songs that come. I just sing and I forget. Some of them you remind me of. So I wasn't thinking about. Definitely, I was not thinking about the hits. You get. But when we did it, I was like, oh, well, Lord, I see what you're doing, you know.
Oh my
but
God.
of course, it wasn't a priority, at least not at the time. And I was just excited. You just know the stir that it causes in the people, you know, and everything.
So one of the things I appreciate about this song is I think that, you know, people in our generation don't really appreciate some of these old songs. And so
Bringing it back.
honestly, bringing it back. And
By the way, that's my best of your production on the album. You snapped on that one, like beginning to end. You came in with violence. You know, that was really, really good. Yeah, I mean, that's a masterpiece. Listen, guys, that masterclass on production right
honestly, coming soon. So I mean, even the production, we had to put a blend to it. We had to, you know, put some new school with old school and all. So I think it was interesting. I know we had a rehearsal in your house, you know, the week of Reboot Camp, when we were praying for
Yes, with the electric drum and all
exactly.
this.
Was
Yeah.
it one rehearsal?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, I have BTS from that. So
Yeah.
so it was a good rehearsal. Let's go to the recording.
Okay. So much to talk about. I think this is the mind-blowing aspect of it all. You see, preparing for the recording, the Lord asked me to feature Minister Yetunde Are. Why? I wasn't really sure. I mean, it's just strange. Why the Lord did it, I wasn't really sure. But the Lord said, Minister Yetunde Are, you know, and you see, one thing I appreciate about that woman is that she loves the Lord. And so her excitement to do stuff for God also encourages me, you know. So she was far away in Ibadan when I called her, because it was last minute. When I called her and she said she's coming, you know, and everything. And then she came. Now, the first thing that surprised me, we never really had enough time for rehearsal. I just sent her the recording we had done in the studio. We never really had enough time for rehearsal. I was so busy with Reboot Camp preparation, so she came on the day of the program. We didn't have time to rehearse before the live recording. She just came on stage, one take. She didn't come to the studio after.
One take.
Did the whole thing beginning to end. And if I can use this metaphor, she murdered it.
Honestly, she sang.
She left no stone unturned on the stage. So I was amazed, you know, at her musical gift, her spirituality and everything. So, but I was just like, how could she get it so fast and so well? I was wondering. Then the time came, it was time to get permission from whoever the original owner of the song might be. Because, you know, I just wrote the verse to the song. The song was already popular in our parents' day. So who wrote the song? And when I did my findings, I discovered it was written by the legendary Bola Are. Guess who Bola Are is? Yetunde Are's mom. I was like, Holy Ghost. What?
Kai, this God.
As I was in my office when I discovered this, and I was So shocked. So I called her. I called Minister Yetunde, and I said, I just discovered she's your mom. She said she thought I knew her, and that was why I invited her. I said, no. So that was a very simple but powerful way of the Holy Ghost telling me, see, this song, do you understand?
Okay.
I want to do something with it. You know, so I was screaming. I think I called you. I said, guess what? I said, guess who wrote the song?
Okay.
You know, I was like, you know, the Holy Ghost is amazing.
All right, so I want to talk about the night we ministered the song at Reboot Camp. How did you feel singing on stage then?
So is that thing where I want to speak as an artist now, not as a man of God. Is that thing where you're not really sure how it went, you know, because there were a lot of things happening behind the scenes. I was so busy. So there was this spoken word somewhere before the bridge that I was supposed to do, and I couldn't memorize the lines. So I asked them to put it on the projector and be scrolling. But for some reason, the thing was not moving. So I just had to freestyle and just say it offhand. So how it sounded, how it went, I wasn't sure. I was a little nervous about it, you know. But when I was done, everybody was like, "Wow, that was so powerful. That was so big," you know. So yeah, but in spur of the moment, I wasn't sure. Honestly, if I'm being honest.
Right. So I mean, a lot of powerful things happened at the night of that recording. Was special night.
Fun fact: when we were doing the production, especially at the oh day, the ambience mic, the crowd mic picked a very funny scream. You know. So, I mean, it seeped into the recording. So when we're singing, demons were leaving people. In fact, let me see it now. For those of you who are CIA agents, I think it's still on the song. If it's still on the song. So maybe I should give a prize to the first person who will find it. What part of that song is still there? So, I mean, the truth is, I don't think we've ever had any live recording of these songs, and something like that doesn't happen because these songs are they're just extraordinary. They're just extraordinary, you know. So right there. So I mean, we discovered it because during the production, I just said, "What's that?" Increase the volume, and there it was. Like, you know, right at the time we were saying, "He's here, he's here, he's here." And demons were checking out of people. God is amazing. God is amazing.
So I dare to say, bro, that the song will be
hot stick. Are you sure?
Will be the biggest song on the album.
Let people catch you. Agalio, lead me. Are you sure? You want to bet on it? Now, don't get me wrong. This is a heavy song. It's going to travel far. But, well, I'll let you all be the judge. It's going to be tough. I believe your word will travel too.
Yes. That song.
We'll see.
The travel song.
Well, let's wait and see.
It's a lot. I mean, it's just like the Apostles album.
Yes. You know, Apple was genuinely confused. Apple Music. So there's where they asterisk like the trending songs, and it kept switching from week to week. There was a time it was, so at every point in time there were about 4 songs asterisk. So there was a time it was Apostolos, Grace Changes Everything, Overcome, and the Glory of God Revealed. After a while it changed to Apostolos and the Glory and Holy Ghost. So it just kept switching. Right now it is In Your Name. In Your Name. Right now, In Your Name. You know, so it just kept switching. They've been genuinely confused. I can't wait to see how they will handle this one.
This one that is a lot.
It's been for different seasons. You know, God is amazing.
But one thing I want to see for this song, I want to see people do the song in different countries.
Oh yes, I think that was another beautiful thing about the last album, Apostolos. hearing it in French, Spanish, Russia, someone in Russia was singing the song in their language. I mean, it was just special.
Amazing.
Just special.
Speaking about the last album, though, now it's 2 years after. I think now, if you say it, nobody would fight. So, what would you say is the best song on the album?
You know how it is where the writer always has a different. For me, my answer is sentimental. It will be Yes to Your Will because it was personal to me. I don't know if you know the story, but I wrote that song when God asked me to leave the Lagos church and go to Abuja to start afresh. So I have a very strong emotional tie to that song. Musically, to Yes to Your Will is very good.
Yes.
Yes to the what, the when, the where. That's some good songwriting there. Musically, Overcome.
Hey!
Those God will be strong.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Things they go higher. No matter what the face, they will be tired.
Yeah.
Cause they got the fun in the fire. I have overcome the world. You know, so musically, that Overcome is up there. But best all-round song. You see what I'm doing? I'm creating different categories so that I can get away with choosing many favorites. So best all-round song will be Holy Ghost. Definitely.
Yes.
That one too was very personal. Very personal. And that's why it's you and I, you know. Even though everybody's singing it, and I don't mind. You know. One of those songs. One of them.
Okay.
What is your favorite?
So my favorite would be Yes to Your Will because
You too?
yes.
Wow.
Because of in fact, when I was working on that song, I just heard the story.
Okay.
So when I heard it, I was crying in front of
Oh
my
my
laptop.
God, I cried every time. For the first 100 times.
Okay.
I mean, I heard that song, I just cried.
Then after that is Glory of the Lord Reveals. I don't know.
Yes.
Glory of the Lord Reveals. So that's my favorite.
A lot of special songs. My eyes have seen the glory of the Lord is also special.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All the songs. But people don't talk about Apostolos, you know. I don't know why.
They do. There's a reason it's asterisk on Apple Music. A lot of people are listening to it. So it's really special.
That song is good there, though.
Yes, it is.
So, I mean, I want to end by saying that I personally, I count it a great privilege working with you, sir. And, you know, working with you has expanded my mind, has changed my approach to music. And you're not just a great pastor, a great apostle, you're a great musician. Like,
thank you. And the truth is, not many people have producers who can interpret their sound. Like you get me. And man, I'm just glad that after this one, maybe they thought Apostles was a fluke. After this one, they're gonna be like, who's this producer guy? You know? Let me just tell you, I'm his manager. We're going to bill you like Bill Clinton.
Serious Billies.
So bring your billions.
Yeah, that was good.
Right?
That was good.
Exactly. Bring
That
your
was good.
billions.
That was good. Anything you want to say, Pastor?
Grab your copy.
Nah.